Asher Koach Youth Choir. I'm going to take this time to say thank you while I move the lectern, and also thank you to you, Cantor Josh, as well, and to our Tefillah band. Thanks. So as I mentioned, it's our tradition that the sermon be a little bit more of a story on TGIS Shabbat, and I was inspired this week to write my own story because Rabbi Ben does it all the time, and he's really a master. I can't be Rabbi Ben, but I thought I would at least give it a shot. So this is a story about a small town far away that was known for its springtime town festival. Everyone got excited for it. People came from all over. They came together to dance and sing, to eat and get dressed up in bright, colorful clothing. The whole purpose of the festival was to create joy and gladness. But this year, there was a very big and not so joyous problem. The festival's big cake, the highlight of the celebration, had been ruined in an accident. The town was devastated, and that joy that normally filled the air in preparation for the festival was starting to fade. In fact, this not so joyous and glad news spread to the neighboring towns, where a boy named Eli heard about it. It even lessened his own joy while he was in the middle of his own preparation for the Jewish holiday of Purim. He could relate. Oh goodness, he knew how excited he was to celebrate Purim, whose ultimate purpose was to increase joy and retell the uplifting and heroic story of the book of Esther. How sad his neighbors must feel, not being able to celebrate their own sense of joy. Eli thought about it. When the Hebrew month of Adar arrives, the month that Purim is in, the Jewish community is commanded to increase their joy. So maybe he could visit the next town over and command the same of them. Even though they no longer have a big celebration cake to gather around, even if they are sad, even if they have to change up their celebration, maybe they just need to be commanded, told to be joyous anyways. But then he thought about it some more. Do you think that would really work? I'm wondering. Would being told that you have to be happy when you're in the middle of being sad, would you be able to just turn your experience around? Probably not. So Eli thought some more. Maybe there was something else to learn from the Purim story. Were there other commandments or customs that might actually help? Maybe we can all think about that too. So Eli set to work on some other Purim tasks so that he would have some more time to be thoughtful. He grabbed the flour and the sugar from the cupboard and the butter from the refrigerator. This started to make him a little bit sad, though, because it reminded him of his neighboring town members who had lost that cake. And Eli didn't have enough flour and sugar or butter to make his neighbors a new cake, nor did he have enough money to hire a baker to design a giant one for them either. Well, Eli rolled out his hamantaschen dough and tried to decide just how big each of the circles that would turn into the triangles of the shaped hamantaschen cookies. How many hamantaschen would he need this year to hand out his mishloach manot, the customary gifts that you're to give to others on Purim Day? And then Eli had an idea. What if he reduced the size of his hamantaschen and made one little hamantaschen for each household in the neighboring village? He may not have the resources to replace their giant celebratory cake, but he had the kindness to create joy that might even be a little bit more special. And so he set to work. He shaped his Hamantaschen with love and filled them with every kind of sweet fruit and chocolate and Trader Joe's cookie butter that he had in the house. And then he went door to door, handing out the mishloach manot for each of his neighbors. They were all so surprised to receive such an unexpected, new, handmade treat. And an energy of gratitude and gladness began to fill the air in the town. And then the townspeople had an idea of their own. What if each of them brought cookies to the festival to share with everyone else as well? Well, the next day, when the town springtime festival began, it was almost as if everyone forgot about the lost cake. They forgot about the dancing and the singing, the costumes, and even the bright, colorful clothing, for all they could talk about was this kind and generous boy named Eli from the next town over, who reminded them about the true source of joy. It comes from each and every one of our hearts. And so we're going to ask you this Purim to do just the same, to reach into your hearts and give that joy that we all share as a community. I want to start by saying that on Sunday, March 9th, we have several opportunities for our families starting at 1:15 p.m. to help with these mitzvot of making mishloach manot and matanot levionim for those who are in need and support of our community. And at 3:30 p.m., there's a special Silly Tzedakah program for our younger community as well. And we want everyone to come back next Thursday night, especially 6 o'clock for our communal Purim celebration. Bring your donations of tzedakah with you that night. That will go to Yad Chesed. All of the tzedakah that we collected tonight will go to Yad Chesed as well. And get busy making your Hamantaschen to fill your Mishloach Manot gift bags, for our joy is waiting to be spread through the gift of love and kindness. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and happy
Shabbat Shalom.
Purim.